Feeling like a fraud comes from pretending somebody you're not. And it is not something inherently bad. Um, we can go with an example of Spider Man. He pretends somebody is sane, he pretends to be somebody who is always energized, who is happy, joyful, and is altruistic to help people, which some of those things he is, but he suffers too. He is also a human being, but he hides those things to still be a symbol of hope for the people. And I think it is beautiful. I don't think you should feel bad if you feel like a fraud. It depends what exactly are you hiding. Because if you know that it is something that um, you should not be doing, that it is something dirty, gross, and something you should indeed feel guilty of, then you should stop doing it. But if it is something that just doesn't align with your identity exactly, just give it time. Because your identity is shifting constantly. And the shift takes time, especially if it's a very big one. And I'll give you some life example. I always had this mentality of entrepreneur, of being, I don't know, tough, nonchalant guy who thinks about discipline, money, productivity, this high-tech Tony Stark type lifestyle. And I was pretending to be this guy for some time, for quite long of time, and it never actually worked. The transition of this identity never happened because I wasn't that type of guy. I was just coping and trying to find my identity, which again is not bad at all. Try new things, but sometimes it's not just something that God has not given you. But then another counterexample of that is when I became Christian. That identity wasn't wasn't aligning with me. It was like if it was kind of some kind of, I don't know what's the word in English, but like my organism was rejecting me, was rejecting this new thing, and but then after a couple months, it changed completely. I felt alive and it felt natural to be a Christian. It felt natural to worship God, to love Him, and to be with people in the community who love Him too. It just took time. And I think everybody should worship and love Christ. I think that's the right way. Humbly speaking, I think that's the only way. But I think you see my point here. It takes time. But then I think I need to mention it. When you anchored in something that is major than you, when you anchored in Christ, when you know who He is, and you put your identity in Him, and you just relax, take your seat on the back of the car, and let Him drive, is a whole new game. Because He's driving, and you are the guest, you are the customer. So you don't have to lead your life, He's leading you. And that is where you don't even worry about identity anymore. Because you know that you're in the car of the guy who has the best identity ever. Hope that video helps.